You're listening to Prosperity Report, Love and Money Podcast, the relationship podcast that helps you feel more confident financially and romantically. We do this by giving you actionable ideas to help you stop comparing and start repairing your mindset, your money, your relationship, and your life. I'm your host, Kanae Corder, best-selling author, international speaker, hypnotherapist, and financial therapist. Let's grow with the flow together. Enjoy the show. Hey, let me ask you a question. Do you ever wonder if your brain is secretly plotting against you? I've spent my entire career equipping people with a system to untangle the negative messages and programs imprinted by society. These messages block you from success, the success you were meant to have. And right now, whether you know it or not, your brain is standing in the way of that success. If your business has not reached the level of success that you would like it to, go ahead and take my free assessment. I'll walk you through the questions I ask every person I work with in my clinical practice. This assessment will help you recognize if you're stuck and give you the answers needed to get unstuck so you can finally have that success you have worked so hard for and know you were meant for. So go ahead, go to KanaeCorder.com/coach and take the free assessment. You'll get a free membership to the Prosperity Club and one free course. You can upgrade later if you like. For now, join the club by taking the free assessment. Find out if your brain is plotting against you and what you can do to reprogram your mindset, your money, your business, and your life. Click the link below or go to KanaeCorder.com/coach. I'll see you there. Hey there, guys. I have some good news. I have some better news. Ooh, and do I have the best news for you today? Nope, no bad news. No bad news. And don't nobody bring me no bad news. I don't know if you know that song. It came from The Wiz, one of my favorite movies. But anyways, no bad news, all good news. Next episode, you're going to get a progress check on Presidential Lifestyle and all the things that are happening in the Prosperity Club, here on the Prosperity Report podcast, and just overall in the business. But there were two things that happened after we recorded, so I wanted to update you on those things. One, this is episode 50. How exciting! Give us a round of applause. We're not going to put in a cheesy round of applause. My podcast producer would totally object. So you go ahead and give us an applause, and I'll give myself an applause. Yay, us. And that is to you too, because you've been here the whole time. Thank you. I so appreciate you. I so appreciate you tuning in every week, giving us your feedback, your questions. And if you haven't already, you can go ahead and give us a review or wherever you listen to this podcast. That would be greatly appreciated. So what else? I think we said on the progress report, I don't remember if we talked about the downloads. So I want to make sure I mention that. We also surpassed 10,000 downloads. What? Yes, we did it. That's a big milestone for a podcast. So it's pretty cool that we hit that. And again, it's all because of you. So we understand that. We appreciate that. And we ask that you keep coming back, and we plan to give you more, which is the third thing that I want to bring up, is that we're making a little bit of a shift. Now, we've learned that a lot of our listeners are creatives, coaches, business owners. We want to make sure that we give you everything you need to build a better business, to reduce stress in your life, and to also reduce the hard work that you find yourself doing over and over and over again, and maybe not getting the results you need. or a desire or a deserve. So you know how we always give you tips, ideas, tools, resources. We'll give you more, and we'll make sure that they are in the areas that we've been getting your questions. We won't be doing the 5-minute activation anymore. That's something that'll be new. And we will be doing a 5-minute Friday 5-minute activation on YouTube though. So you can find us there. Sometimes it'll be just me. Sometimes it'll be somebody else with me. But most of the time I'm going to be describing a third-party resource that I've discovered, maybe an app, maybe a book, maybe a video I watched. And so that's what I'll be talking about in the Friday 5-minute activation. Episode 52, I'm going to talk about our favorite things. And that is this kind of the same thing of the Friday 5-minute activation, but it's all in one. And I had my good friend Leah Marshall join me for that. And so she's going to tell you some of her favorite love and life books and podcasts and videos. And I'm going to do the same about wealth and wellness. So check out that episode too. So I wanted to tell you about the shift, but also I want to give you a little bit more of my story, because this is a question that I've been getting, like, what's your story? What's your story? And quite honestly, my story is really long and very complex because I've had 4 careers. Yeah, I have. Believe it or not, in my short life, I've had 4 careers and some of them overlapped. I've always worked though since I was 15 years old. I've always had a job. Love having a job. Let's say I love having an income. That's what I love most. Somebody on Facebook during a Facebook Live asked me my story. And so I said, I probably should share this with the podcast audience. And one of the things that I mentioned on there was that I was a serial entrepreneur. I've always been an entrepreneur. I've had a job or 2 here or there. I worked at Morgan Stanley. Many of you know that. But at Morgan Stanley, it's kind of like you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. Morgan Stanley kind of supports you in having your own business. So that was kind of like being an entrepreneur too. Nobody told me when to come or when to go. And there just weren't a lot of tabs on me. So I felt like an entrepreneur even when I was working for a global company. So that's been my life. I love it. I love being an entrepreneur, sometimes more successful than others, but I've learned so much over the years. And that's why the podcast is shifting, because I really want to give you the answers to your questions about how I've built my business. I run a thriving one-on-one and group coaching business. And that's something that a lot of people want. Now, some people don't. Some people just want to run an online business and not really have to interact with people. But I get so much enjoyment and reward out of seeing my patients and clients shift from where they were to where they wanted to be, and just to see that journey in between, because a lot of times we don't enjoy that journey, that progress, that process in the middle, but it's so much more fun when you do. So I do a really good job of enjoying the process. I don't get too bogged down by emotions either way. I don't get too bogged down by the positive emotions either, because they can be distracting. So I'll show you how to do that as well over the next few episodes, but really throughout this whole entire podcast. And I hope this podcast goes on and on and on and on. And really, I have the big idea about this podcast and where it should go, because this is not a small idea. This is actually a childhood idea playing out in a podcast form, but eventually it's going to grow into something else. So I'm glad that you guys are here at the beginning, because you're going to be able to say, I used to watch that when it was, just a small podcast. So enjoy. Well, let me tell you more about my story, but I'm not going to go all the way back. Some of it you probably know, but here's where I'm going to start. It was 2014 when I joined the Financial Therapy Association and decided that I was going to teach people how to get rid of negative programming, negative beliefs, and just those negative blocks that keep them from success. I was going to teach people how to do that. I was ready. I had the program. I had written a book on starting over. I had even been on an international television show. So I had success behind me and I was ready to share it. But there was only one problem. I still hadn't quite reached my idea of prosperity. And I figured out that it was because my message was confusing. I kept getting distracted and I was completely overwhelmed by all the tasks and technology that went into owning a business, a virtual business in today's world. So does this sound familiar to you? If so, you're a lot like me and you're a lot like the coaches I've been coaching lately. You have a great business. You have a great idea. You even have really good execution. You just keep running into obstacles. Me too. It was painful because I kept having these false starts, and every false start after false start after false start made me feel, I don't even want to say bad because it didn't make me feel bad. It made me feel defeated. Is that how you feel sometimes? I was tired, and I was tired of the false starts. I began comparing myself every time. I would say, oh, well, I'm not like, I don't know, Les Brown, Tony Robbins, Lisa Nichols. Right. Yeah, that's who I'm comparing myself to. Not just scrolling on Instagram, comparing myself to the everyday coach. I was comparing myself to the greats. Why was I doing that to myself? And then I would compare myself to other online marketers, the big ones too, like Amy Porterfield. And she had been in the business longer than I had, but I had been in business longer than she had. So that's what I was kind of thinking of. But then when I had to think about it, wait, I changed businesses. So I started over, which means it's a new start. It's a new set. I can't be where Amy Porterfield is, even though I started before her. What was I thinking? Can't be where Tony Robbins is. I can't be where Lisa Nichols is. So I noticed myself comparing myself to others, and that just wasn't going to work. I was good enough, and comparing myself to others was making me feel like I wasn't, making me feel defeated, like I said. So what would I do then? This is what I do. I'd buy another program and I'd learn more. I go to another conference, another seminar, another workshop, get some coaching, get another program. Some of these programs weren't that great. I tried every new system under the virtual sun, and still it didn't click yet until it did. I narrowed down the challenge. It was the confusion that I talked about. It was the distractions, and it was the overwhelm with the task and technology. So what I did was I narrowed down the systems that I would use. I found the programs that really did work, and I got rid of the ones and really deleted them from my brain that didn't work. And you have to do that sometimes. Sometimes you've got to delete negative programming, information that just doesn't serve you. You've just got to delete it from your brain, because there was just some really bad coaching out there. One coaching system was just a bunch of slides and just slides and slides and slides and a recording. And I tried contacting somebody, but I never reached anybody. Still to this day, they haven't returned my emails and connections that I've tried to make. And that just was unacceptable to me. I just wasn't able to ask questions, get clarity, just get a little bit more direction. That was discouraging. And I definitely didn't want to be that kind of coach or have that kind of program or run that kind of business. So that was one of the things that I put on my do not do list. Do you have one of those lists? One of those do not do lists? Maybe you do business with somebody and you're like, never do this in my business. Yeah, if you don't already, you should get that. It's so helpful. But I did have a great coach, and I learned so much from my coach. I had great mentors, and even some of the programs I would listen to were good, like Amy Porterfield's program, like Marie Forleo's program, Tony Robbins even, Lisa Nichols. And one of the best programs that I remember making the biggest impact on me was Christy Marie Sheldon. And she's not as well known. She works with Mindvalley. So you may not know her, but wow, is she profound. And that made a big difference in my life. And so those were the ones I didn't want to compare myself to, but I did want to announce that they were good. I wanted to recognize them. And so in recognizing them, I kind of sift through what they had that I thought would work for my program, because I already had a great coaching program. But what I learned from them made it even better. I felt like my program was better than the ones that left me cold. But I wasn't trying to compete with them. I wasn't saying that I was better than them, and that didn't want that to be my claim to fame. Oh, I'm better than this program or that program. It just didn't seem authentic. It didn't seem presidential. Now, yeah, I know that's what they do when there's real presidential election or debate, but that's not the way we run presidential lifestyle. That's not our tactic. That's not our strategy. That's not our culture. We don't compare and we don't compete because there's nobody like us and we're not like anybody else. But what I didn't like is that those programs were taking people's money, but not changing their lives, not transforming them, not even solving their problem. In fact, they were probably taking away from their lives. They were probably breaking their spirits and giving them even more confusion than they came to their program with. So I sift through over, 20 online programs. I must have listened to 100 different podcasts. And I've even went to 5 or 6 live workshops, conferences too. I spent thousands of dollars on this education. So everything I needed was already inside of me. I knew it, but I didn't know how to get it out. And these programs helped. My program helped. Some of these programs were really good, but most of them just sucked. Really sucked. And that's unfortunate because there's so many people out there taking these sucky programs and just becoming more damaged than they were before they got there. And my mission in life is to relieve the pain in the world, at least some of it. And I do that. That's what I do on a daily basis. I was doing it before I was even a coach. Well, at least calling myself a coach. I guess I've always been a coach. Just like you. You've probably always been a coach. You probably give really good advice. You probably tell people great advice that they don't even listen to. So here I am with an incredible heart to serve and a coaching system to go with it. But I couldn't reach the level of success I deserved and desired. And I finally figured out why. There were 5 obstacles that kept me from getting to my idea of success, my idea of prosperity. They were confusion, distractions, overwhelm, feelings of isolation, and the system. Sure, I had a great coaching program, but was it in the right order? Was it going to be delivered in just the right way? So I really wanted to make sure I did that first. And you know how I did it? Here's what I did. I decided to become my own client, my own patient. I took myself through my own coaching system. I added in the 5 things, the 5 obstacles I discovered, and it became the coaching system that I deliver today. With this, I could finally reach the level of success I deserved and desired. My system was already a combination of wellness, wealth, love, and life coaching, but needed to address the struggles and the obstacles that I was experiencing and many business owners experience, especially in the first 5 years of business. That's what I did. And it worked. It worked so well. Even my mentor had to say, wow. And since I did that, I've been able to get consistent one-on-one clients to the point where I have a waiting list. I feel my group coaching programs. And I even created a passive income stream, not just from selling my courses, but also selling other people's courses and resources. I can make money in my sleep. I love waking up in the morning, seeing an email that says something like, hey, you just got a new student, or hey, someone just signed up for your course. I love those emails. It feels so much better than those false starts I experienced years before. The best feeling, though, was the feeling of helping others, especially other coaches and creatives, helping them build a business of their dreams, helping them feel more confident enough to charge what they were worth, what they deserved. giving them the clarity that they need to not only better understand themselves, better understand their message, their target market, their system, and how to consistently show up without getting bogged down by the negative programming in your brain. All of this helps them serve their community, which means I serve my community. It's a win-win for everybody, even the world. This is the best feeling. And you can experience this feeling too. You can build a business of your dreams. It doesn't even have to be a coaching business, but it can be. I work with creatives too, like artists. I have 2 artists that I'm working with right now, just coming to the end of my program, and they are doubling their income. One is already a millionaire. The other one's on her way. And what's most important is that they have both reduced the stress associated with owning a business. That is so important because society has programmed us to believe that you own a business and you're going to be stressed out. And it's just not true. Sure, there may be some stress here or there, but that doesn't have to be the everyday. That will be the exception. And you can't make it the everyday. And that's why I created Prosperity Club. In the launch level of the Prosperity Club, you get the most comprehensive coaching system available online. A system that teaches you to reduce stress, work less, and make a huge impact on your world and your income. A system that teaches you how to check your wellness and to teach others how to check their wellness, how to increase your wealth, how to improve your love relationships, whether romantic or otherwise. And most important, how to love your life. We offer a group coaching system or a one-on-one program. But we also have courses to go along with that and a community of like-minded people that can support and hold you accountable as you go. Because you can't do it by yourself. It doesn't have to be lonely at the top. We've figured out how. So here's how it works. First, you become a member of Prosperity Club at the launch level if you're a coach. You'll get weekly discussion topics on how to increase your prosperity, how to grow your business. You'll get weekly meditations. You'll get affirmations and manifestation statements. If you've never done those before, let me tell you, they change your life. And if you don't know how to do them, you learn in the Prosperity Club, in the launch level. If you're a coach, this is the tribe for you. And you get monthly coaching. This will help you get the help you need to cut through the confusion, the distractions, and the overwhelm, the tech difficulties, the isolation you may feel sometimes by being a business owner. These are the things that happen in the earlier years of business, but sometimes even in the later years. But you don't have to feel this way. You can join Prosperity Club at the launch level if you're a coach and grow your business. Grow it in a way that will make you feel so amazing, a way that you imagine is possible, you know is possible. Yes, society has told you it isn't. Society has told you have to stress out, you have to work hard. And probably society has told you that most businesses fail. This is true, but that's because they don't have coaching. That's because they're not you. You won't fail because failure is not an option, not for you. You're doing the work, you're searching, and you found it. So another reason why you won't fail is because you have me and I won't let you. Here's what I'm going to do. To celebrate our 50th episode and our 10,000 downloads, I want to give a free gift. I'd like to offer a free month of Prosperity Club at the launch level. If you're a coach, this is for you. Take advantage of our free gift. We want to thank you for listening for 50 episodes. Thank you to the 10,000 downloads out there. Thank you. And this is our way of saying thank you. Get a month of Prosperity Club at the launch level. This is just for coaches who want to build a business that you can fall in love with. I'll help you determine what problem you solve, the group you serve, and the reward you desire. I'll help you sift through all of the stuff that is confusing you. I'll help you cut out distractions. You won't feel isolated because you'll have a tribe of like-minded people, other achievers just like you, there to hold you accountable. So our free gift, in order to take advantage of it, go to KeneCorder.com/grow. And let's grow together. Let's grow your business. Let's grow your life. Let's grow yourself. You can grow your wealth and grow yourself in one course. And I'll guide you all the way. Go to KeneCorder.com/grow. Go there now. Get the free gift. Get your free trial of Prosperity Club at the launch level. Get 30 days free. If you like it, you won't have to do anything. You'll automatically become a member. You're going to get me, the tribe, and tips, tools, resources, and research that I've done that you can take action on today, right now, to change your life and your business. You're ready. I know it. Go ahead. Click the link below or go to KeneCorder.com/grow. It's your time, just like it was my time. Not that long ago, I was where you are. And now I'm here and I still have a ways to go, but I'm not going to stop because just like I told you, failure is not an option. So let's keep going because it doesn't have to be lonely at the top. You can take people with you and I'm taking you with me. And I encourage you to invite some friends. So let's go. Let's grow. Let's grow with the flow. Go to KeneCorder.com/grow. I'll see you sooner. Hey guys, thanks for listening. If you want more love and money conversations, subscribe to this podcast. Also, tell your friends about us. I'll see you next episode. But in the meantime, head on over to KeneCorder.com for more tips, tools, and resources. And go ahead and leave us a comment if you like. We'd love to hear from you. This show is not to replace professional counsel. The best advice comes from a professional you know. The topics discussed in this podcast are general in nature and are for entertainment and informational purposes only. We encourage you to meet with a professional to discuss your specific situation, whether financial or therapeutic. That's all for now. I'll see you sooner. Remember, no matter what anybody ever tells you, you can have wealth in all of its forms. Believe it, and you will soon see it.